Hey folks, John here, Old Hickory Forge. Welcome back. So, what's going on today? It's been a long week. It's the weekend. I kind of want to do a project just for fun. So, what I got here, antique store ball peen hammer, feels like about a 2-pounder. I want to make something cool out of it, something like a spiked Tomahawk or something of the sort. So, first thing I'm gonna do is draw out the spike out of the ball peen end because it'll just be easier to hold by this end, and that'll give me a nice, relatively squared up area to hold it with a pair of V-bits to draw out the blade. Should be a pretty good, straightforward project. So, first things first, we need to clean up all this mushrooming on the end of the Tomahawk drift. You need to go through and dress your drifts every so often, so chunks of it don't come flying off when you hit it and get stuck in your leg or your eye or something of the sort. So, we'll get that done, we'll get the forge fired up, and we'll get started. I need to get this handle out of here, so I'm just gonna that'll do. So, whenever you start with these old hammers, you want to be gentle with them at first, because you never really know what they're made of, and they could crack or shatter. And if you just whack the crap out of this thing the first time it's hot, it shatters, and you get 2,000 degree shrapnel flying at you, chances are you're not going to have fun. So, just be gentle with your first couple of heats, watch for cracks, and make sure it's all staying together. So, it's been a couple of heats, this thing seems to be staying together pretty well. So I'm going at it a little more aggressively now. Just working on drawing that spike out. Now that I've got this drawn out a little bit and I can get a little better purchase on it, I can use the horn of the anvil to draw it out a little bit faster. Up that point real nice, make it nice and pointy. Now I got my spike drawn out, got a nice piece of square stock here on the other end to hold this, should make drawing out the blade a little easier. Going for length and width, so I'm going at it with the rounder. So I got this thing forged down to about ½ inch thick or so in terms of cross section. So now it's time to start forging in the tentative profile of the blade. So I'm just going to tilt it on the anvil, start working the edges in, give us that axe blade type shape. So we got going. So we're getting there, but this thing still has a long way to go. So I'm going to go at it with the straight peen hammer. Draw the blade forward quicker. Then we'll go at it with the cross peen. Get that cutting edge nice and spread out. So drifting the eye on this thing is taking quite a while actually, because the cheeks are so thin, they lose heat pretty fast, and you really can't get the drift in very far. See what I mean? Before you got to pull it out. If you work the cheeks too cold, you can crack them. So it's slow going, but we're getting there. So drifting the eye made our spike all crooked, so just put that nice gentle curve back in it. Ain't bad at all. We'll normalize this guy a few times and hit the grinder. Going in for the quench. Just doing the first inch or so of the edge, then we're going to draw temper. So we'll just watch the temper colors run until I get a nice dark brown or so on the edge. Then we'll quench the spike, same thing, about the first inch. Just watch the colors run until we get a good temper. So, heat treat went good. We got a hard edge. We got a hard spike. All that's left now is get this guy sharp and get a handle for it. Ah, cool. So how you like that? One spiked Tomahawk, made from an old ball peen. Got my touch mark right there. What I did with the handle was I charred it black and then sanded it with some 120 grit and then oiled it to give it that nice kind of aged brown look. I think it all came out really cool. Not the most practical axe in the world, obviously. Might be good for like breaching doors or something like that. But still, I think it's pretty awesome. So this axe is actually going to go up for sale because I just don't have a use for it. I just kind of wanted to make it just because. So if you want to own it, there will be a link to the Etsy listing in the description below. Link to the Patreon also if you want to help support the channel. And if you like what you saw, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Always more cool stuff coming. And that's all I got for you. Y'all take care.